What the This is a real video. Dude, how did we couldn't get fingers proper like 6 months ago. We're teaching AI to understand and simulate the physical world in motion with the goal of training models that help people solve problems that require real-world interaction. Introducing Sora, our text-to-video model. Sora can generate videos up to a minute long while remaining visual quality and adherence to the user's prompt. Holy shit. What? Guys, that's a real video. Yeah, I know I would, right? If I could make an ad. Dude, look at that. That's better than video game graphics. Can you imagine how like ultra realistic video games are going to be in the future? Yeah, right? Why does Metaverse look terrible, but the AI here can look unbelievable? Man, I don't know. Metaverse is... I don't understand Metaverse. I wish I did. Holy... Look at that. Look at the hair. Dude, stop. There's no way. Okay, that was 1 of 9, guys. All right, next one. Dude, imagine this in a video game. Like, there are mammoths in Skyrim. Skyrim's my favorite game. This could be in Skyrim right now. In VR. Okay, of course they're going to put the best one first, right? But let's see this one. Dude, stop. This is like Swedish Interstellar. This is if Interstellar was made by a bunch of Swedish people. Or Scandinavians, I should say, in general. Scandinavians. Wow, that's unbelievable. Imagine for a second, like what's going to happen to Hollywood when somebody can make a movie as good as Interstellar from their dorm room? Dude, the future is so cool. I cannot wait to be a part of it. Wow, look at that, guys. Look at the amount of detail in those waves. Like just a few months ago, think about it though, just a few months ago, we couldn't get fingers right in pictures. And now we've got that level of detail in waves in video? How is that possible? Oh, this is an example of more of a cartoony one. Dude, I you know what I'd love to do on stream is I'd love to make a movie. Wouldn't that be cool if we just all sat on stream and we just came up with an idea for a Pixar movie and we just made one? Wow. They have the prompts. A gorgeously rendered papercraft world of coral reef, rife with colorful fish and sea creatures. Jesus. Guys, isn't this crazy? r/VFX in panic mode. Guys, if it can do this, it can write code too. I'd hate to break it to you, but we're all screwed. Oh my God. Look at that. Guys, I think video games are going to be so fun in the future. Oh, we got a TikTok. Of course, got to toss a TikTok in there. Close-up shot of a Victoria crowned. Holy shit, that looks like a real bird. Guys, I don't know what the future is going to be like if we can't tell what's real from what's fake. This looks like an ad for beer. Photorealistic close-up video of 2 pirate ships battling each other as they sail inside a cup of coffee. What the fuck? Holy shit. Doesn't that look real? That could be an advertisement for coffee. Dude, stop. This is a real video, though. A young man at his 20s is sitting on a piece of cloud in the sky reading a book. They didn't even write it correctly. Today, Sora is becoming available to red teamers to access critical areas for harms of risk. Oh, yeah. I can imagine, like, child safety is probably of the utmost importance on this one. But I mean, even on photos, you can imagine that would be like probably the utmost importance. We're all there's some pretty bad stuff you could make in video, but you can make bad stuff in photo too. We're also granting access to a number of visual artists, designers, and filmmakers to gain feedback on how to advance the model to become helpful for creative professionals. Wow. Okay, we're sharing our research progress early to start with to start working with and getting feedback from public. I literally cannot read, guys. Have you noticed that? We're sharing our research progress early to start working with and getting feedback from people outside of OpenAI to give the public a sense of what AI capabilities are on the horizon. I love how they always drop something new and they just go, "Oh, we're just looking for some early feedback just to see like, hey, is this any good?" And it's always like something mind-blowing. And they're just like, just so you know, we've been cooking this up for, a few weeks now. And it's coming along. What do you guys think? And it's always something like world changing. RIP Pika. Yeah, Pika was the other one. I think I used Pika for something. Let's take a look at Pika too. Oh man, I used to think this was impressive. I was like looking at this like mind blown like a month ago, I swear. So I think something about this too though is like people, they have to get the process right. Like, okay, if I wanted to make a movie, dude, I thought this was sick just a month ago. If I wanted to make a movie, how could I use prompts and work with what I've done and make new stuff? And was that the Hindenburg? And also like update the things I've already created. Like, how do you make the workflow right? Because I think one problem with Midjourney, I love Midjourney, but I haven't used it in like a year. And because every freaking time I go to that website, watch this. Every time, it's like, do you want to join our beta in Discord? Fuck no. I've been in this Discord. I keep forgetting which like account on Discord I have it in, and then you open a channel and it's billions of messages coming and they're like, you need to understand how we prompt in Discord, and then the second you prompt you get the result and it just shoots up. Like, oh man, why would they do this? I hate this so much. Like, it would be so easy for them. They've got so much funding. It would be so easy. Whip up a quick little next project, toss it behind an API, charge me $30 a month, I'll pay it. I would pay for this product if it wasn't in Discord. And so I kind of think DALL-E almost might beat out Midjourney because I use DALL-E inside of ChatGPT all the time. And Pika, they might be able to do the same thing, but for video creators. They might be able to be like, okay, we're going to target only YouTubers and helping them basically take their raw footage and create an entire video with it. And I mean, I would use it for that purpose. I'm curious how well reflections and shadows look. Dude, I mean, did you see the water? Like, water, it's got so much reflection on it, right? Video game reflections are looking pretty good today, but not realistic. May AI improve this drastically? Yeah, AI, like, water has always been a really tough thing for video games. I mean, all the reasons you said, I mean, you can imagine why it's a tough problem to solve. Jason will automate, yeah, my YouTube for sure. I wonder if you could simulate fluids like water with stuff like games. That'd be cool. You know, there was a game, so I was not able to afford a PlayStation 3 when I was a kid. So I think there was this video game called The Conduit. Water graphics. I haven't looked this up in like 10 years. Oh, was that not what it was called? Dude, this is the game I played instead of Call of Duty because I couldn't afford that shit. Look at this. But I remember thinking this game was like really ugly, but they had really great water reflections. Water, and it was on the Wii. I don't know. I can't find it. This game sucked, man. Every first-person shooter on the Wii sucked. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay, more video. Historical footage of California during the Gold Rush. That's a pretty basic prompt. So here's one question I have. Like, we're giving we're giving the model so much creative freedom in all of these prompts, it feels like. Because like even this coral reef one, like let's think about this coral reef one for a second. Like the prompt was this one, I mean, that's okay, that's pretty bang on. But the coral reef one, which I have seemingly lost. This one. Okay. A gorgeously rendered papercraft world of a coral reef, rife with colorful fish and sea creatures. And like who says how long it stays on each of the sea creatures and when it moves to a new one and how much it zooms in and all of that kind of stuff. These are all like, how good is it at like getting new requirements and updating the old ones? I think that's going to be like a place where, what the this is a real video. Holy shit. Guys, we're going to make a movie together. I'm actually going to make a movie. Let's do it. Stop. Oh my God, don't tell me this is real. Yo, you guys were wondering what reflections? Look at that. Whoa. Dude, this should be one of the first photos or videos they show people. Look at all that. Look at the amount of detail in every frame of that. Okay. Wait. Holy shit. Whoops. I thought I paused it, but I didn't. Oh my God, here we go. A drone camera circles around a beautiful historical church built on a rocky outcropping along the Amalfi Coast. The view showcases historic and magnificent. Guys, I'm speechless. I say as I'm speaking quite a lot. This is crazy. A large orange octopus is seen resting on the bottom of the ocean floor, blending in with the sandy and rocky terrain. Dude, how did we couldn't get fingers proper like 6 months ago. Like, think about every detail that has to go right in this video. Like, the crab has what, 8 legs? It's interacting with the octopus's also 8 legs, well, tentacles, and like they're hitting each other at multiple points, and then this thing basically throws it away. Okay, we already watched this one. Wow. This one looks a lot like, if you didn't tell me this was AI, I would believe you. Like, if I just watched this in a movie, I'd be like, that's a normal thing to see. But after you know it, like, it's it's a little strange. Like, this piece of the blanket has a mind of its own. Watch this this part. What's going on? And then look at the face. But still, this is crazy. This is unbelievable. Oh my God. Whoa. Okay, look at all the people in this. Like, each person has to look like they're walking correctly. Oh shit. All right, pop me up to the top. This wins. This is where my Fruit Loops are going. The model has a deep understanding of language, enabling it to accurately interpret and generate compelling characteristics that express vibrant emotions, so it can also create multiple shots with a single generated. Dude, every time OpenAI posts a little blog article, they kill like 50% of the companies. Like these guys were in my batch. Super cool guys. Awesome. They made a really cool product. Oh, it looks really good, but like instantly, this 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 just killed like half the companies in the space. Like this, every time they drop a blog article, they kill like 50% of the companies. Where are they? Tour of an art gallery with many beautiful works of art. Why is it that like on a random like Thursday, Sam Altman just like drops something that's like world changing? He does this all the time, man. This guy, he needs to chill. Like I need a day off. I went on a Valentine's date yesterday. You know, had a little bit to eat, had a drink, felt great. Woke up in the morning, bang, world's changed again. This guy needs to give us a break. This is the one someone called out in the chat. So this one's been going around on Twitter. There's a little bit of some weird stuff going on this one now that I realize it. Like some of these other ones were actually way better, I've noticed. This whole like side of the screen, there's some weird stuff going on. You'll see a car like in between there, and then it just kind of like disappears. There, bang. Do you see that? It just disappeared. But I mean, the amount of like, okay, let's look at this one. Guys, this is going to make like, so here's another thing. I pay for B-roll for my YouTube channel, right? Artlist, or is it Artlist or Grid? I pay for this service to get me B-roll footage. And like instantly, all of this stuff, like Sora can make. Dude. The story of a robot's life in cyberpunk setting. This looks like a video game. Look at all the wires there. Like, think about it. Every single wire has to attach somewhere. They can't just be like a bundle of wires. It actually has to like look like it's plugged into stuff. Like each of those go where you'd expect them to. Look, these sets of wires go to... Dude, what the... How come no one came close to this and out of nowhere this just drops? This is crazy. An extreme close-up of a gray-haired man with a beard in his 60s. He's deep in thought, pondering the history of the universe as he sits at a cafe in Paris. His eyes focus... ... Dude, so here's one thing about this. That's a really great prompt. Like if I had envisioned this video in my head, I don't know that I would have been able to give like such a detailed description. Like I would never think to say an extreme close-up of a gray-haired man with a beard in his 60s. In deep thought, pondering the history. Like I don't think I'd say it. I'd say like old white guy, near a window, close up. I that's what I would put in, and I probably would not get a very good response. Wow. Oh, that one's not groundbreaking. New York City submerged like Atlantis. Fish, whales, sea turtles, and sharks swim through the streets of New York. Wow. It'd be super cool if this was all like in underwater, but look at the detail in the swimming, right? Like think about how much work would go into animating one fish to look like it's swimming correctly. This is basically like the next Doctor Strange movie. No, there's no sound. I don't think there's any sound on these videos yet. Like, think about that. The sound is a whole different startup. Like, whoa, look at this. A litter of golden retriever puppies playing in the snow. Their heads pop out of the snow, covered in... Look at that. This is better than CGI these days. I mean, look at the Avengers or the Marvel bad CGI. Have you seen these memes going around with like all of the bad CGI that Marvel's been like, what? Wait, it gets worse. Wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. Where's the one with the big head? Dude, I love this one so much. What the actual hell is this? Who greenlit this? Who was like, man, that looks great. We need to look at that. So this is what like a how much is Disney worth? How much is Marvel worth? How much is Marvel worth? Obviously, like Marvel's worth $53 billion, right? And this is what they make in one of their movies. And this is what OpenAI puts at the mid-level of their article. This is a longer article than I thought. Huh. The current model has weaknesses. It may struggle with accurately simulating the physics of a complex scene. It looks like it's been pretty good in what we've seen so far. It may not understand specific instances of cause and effect. For example, a person might take a bite out of a cookie, and afterward, the cookie may not have a bite mark. That was exactly like the cars going through the tree leaves. The model may also confuse spatial details of a prompt, for example, mixing up left and right. Their vision model does that too. And may struggle with precise descriptions of events that take place over time, like following a specific camera trajectory. Step printing scene of a person running, cinematic shot in 35 millimeters. Weakness. Sora sometimes creates physically implausible motion. But this looks cool. I mean, that looks cool. See that? Oh, that's interesting. 5 gray wolf fox frolicking. Weakness. Animals or people can spontaneously appear, especially in scenes containing many entities. That looks cool though. Like that's good. This is gonna be like a whole different type of art in the future with like you see how that one wolf just basically consumed the other one. An example of inaccurate physical. Whoa. An example of inaccurate physical modeling and unnatural object morphing. Huh. Yeah, that looks strange. Looks kind of cool, though. Weakness. In this example, Sora fails to model the chair as a rigid object, leading to inaccurate physical interactions. Dude, this looks like a video game glitch in real life, is what it looks like. Whoa. Wait, what? Prompt: archaeologists discover a generic plastic chair in the desert, excavating and dusting it with great care. Huh. But it still looks real, which is crazy. Like, as long as you ran this enough times till you got something that looked good, you could pretty much make anything. Weakness. Simulating complex interactions between objects and multiple characters is often challenging for the model, sometimes resulting in humorous generations. What, like, everyone's behind her? Is that the joke? Oh, she didn't even blow out the candles? That's funny. Safety. We'll be taking several important safety steps ahead of making Sora available in OpenAI's products. I can't wait till it is. We're working with red teamers, domain experts in areas like misinformation, hateful content, and bias. This is one thing, like whenever OpenAI releases a model, it's like unbelievable for like a few months, and then they nerf the shit out of it with all of their like safety, which I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that. We're also building tools to help detect misleading content, such as the detection classifier that can tell when a video was generated by Sora. Yeah, but like not just Sora, right? Because all these other models will catch up. We plan to include C2PA metadata in the future if we deploy the model in an OpenAI product. CP2A in DALL-E 3. CP2A is an open technical standard that allows publishers, companies, and others to embed metadata in media for verifying its origin. But can't you just scrape the can't you just remove the metadata? In addition to us developing new techniques to prepare for deployment, we're leveraging the existing safety methods that we built for our products that use DALL-E 3, which are applicable to Sora as well. For example, once in an OpenAI product, our text classifier will check and reject text input prompts that are in violation of our usage policies. I mean, they probably already have a pretty good infrastructure for that. They've had to do it for several models up until now. So like those that request extreme violence, sexual content, yeah, I mean that's par for the course. They've already done all of those models. We'll be engaging policymakers, educators, and artists around the world. So we're going to see Sam on another banger, trip around the world. I thought there wasn't going to be many videos in this blog. This blog is packed with videos. Like, this is shocking to me. How many videos? Like, they're so confident in it. They're like, look at all. They're like, look how many videos we made. Is this Halong Bay? Turquoise waters near lush tropical islands. Kind of looks like Halong Bay. Dude, look at the detail. Wow. Look at that. What brand is this? Wow. They say, oh, it doesn't work very well for animals. And then they have like ridiculous number of animals in it that look fine. Man. Sorry, I skipped some of the chat. Let's see what's coming out of the chat. I think when you get into computer science today, it will either be the best or worst choice, but nothing in between. AI could create many more jobs. You know what I think, and I've been saying this a lot, I just don't see an alternative. Like, everyone keeps going like, oh, should I do something else instead of computer science? It's like, what were you going to do? Become an accountant? Like, you don't think this kind of technology can affect like accountants or something? Like, it's going to touch everything. There's no escaping it. So just embrace it and get as close to it as possible. Like, if you are the kind of person that's really good with math and stats and stuff, maybe go into like machine learning, maybe go into AI or data science. You know, these models require a ridiculous amount of data, but then there's a lot of infrastructure that goes into making sure these models are actually accessible to everyone. And, you know, I've been using ChatGPT to help me code a lot, but it's like still not there. I don't think we're going to be there anytime soon. I hope I don't eat my words there, where it's basically just going to replace software engineers. There's just so much that goes into engineering. But this is the way I think about it. This is beautiful. Santorini. I've been there. Here's the thing. If it really gets to the point where it's unbelievable, where it can basically do everything a normal software engineer could do, everything a normal senior could do, that pretty much just bars most jobs. Like, if it can do that, it can pretty much do anything. And the whole fabric of society changes at that point. It doesn't become you're the one person that doesn't have a job and everyone else is still fine. It becomes, do we need jobs? AI can do most of it. Maybe only a fraction of people have jobs in the future. I don't know. Oh, that looks a bit silly. It looks good, but like this thing is wreaking some havoc. I'll be honest, this terrifies me. As a content creator, this could easily replace any of us. Yeah. I made a YouTube channel right at the wrong time, I'll tell you that. This is cool. I like this prompt. Playfully romping through a futuristic neon city at nights. See, I told you I can't speak. Well, there's one more. Let's see what the last one is. Dude, this is right out of Harry Potter. It actually might be. This viaduct, the Glenfinnan. I've never heard of this one before, but I feel like I've seen it in some movies. Research techniques. Okay, let's get into the research techniques. We've had enough fun. Sora is a diffusion model which generates a video by starting off with one that looks like static noise and gradually transforms it by removing the noise over many steps. This is the same as, Stable Diffusion. Sora is capable of generating entire videos all at once by extending generated videos to make them longer. Or extending generated videos to make them longer. That sounds cool. I would love I'd love to take one of my YouTube videos and like cut off the end and then just plug it in and just see what other advice it comes up with. Just like where does it go? By giving the model foresight of many frames at a time, we've solved the challenging problem of making sure a subject stays the same even when it goes out of view temporarily. Similar to GPT models, Sora uses a transformer architecture, of course, unlocking superior scaling performance. We represent videos and images as collections of smaller units of data called patches, okay, each of which is akin to a token in GPT. Okay, let me think about that. So we're using patches, and a patch is basically the same as a token, and a patch is a smaller unit of data. Okay. By unifying how we represent data, we can train diffusion transformers on a wider range of visual data that was possible before, spanning different durations, resolutions, and aspect ratios. One of the really cool things about AI models and diffusion models and like text generation models is because they're using embeddings, right? Because they're like just tokenizing everything and using an embedding model first, you can basically use the same model for like text and for image, because the image can also be represented by embeddings. And so if you can create embeddings for the image and the text, you can use them together. You can use one to kind of create the other and vice versa. It's kind of interesting, actually. At least you can store them very closely. OpenAI is the worst thing that happened to me as a CS student. They expect me so much more from us now than a year ago. Man, I'm lucky I graduated when I did. They'll have to educate people. I think it's interesting because I read those prompts and I was like, I wouldn't have come up with any of those prompts. And I do wonder to what degree prompting is going to be important in the future. So if you had to get good at something, I would spend some time making sure you're good at using AI. Sanjay, humanity is just going to have to adapt and evolve. Everyone of most people will have to become better data science experts or something like that. Definitely engineers across the field with more desk jobs. Yeah, I think, we've talked about this. Let me get back to the technical stuff because this is pretty interesting. Sora builds on past research in DALL-E and GPT models. It uses the recaptioning technique from DALL-E 3. Does anyone know the recaptioning technique? Recaptioning technique, DALL-E. Improving image generation with better captions. Is this the right thing? It uses recaptioning technique. Yeah, okay. Which involves generating highly descriptive captions for the visual training data. Highly descriptive captions for the visual training data. As a result, the model is able to follow the user's text instructions in the generated video more faithfully. In addition to being able to generate a video solely from text instructions, the model is able to... Oh my God, I was like, I wish I had some water here. I do have water here. In addition to being able to generate a video solely from text instructions, the model is able to take an existing still image and generate a video from it. Nice. Animating the image's contents with accuracy and attention to small detail. The model can also take an existing video and extend it. They already said that, or fill in missing frames. That's really cool. Learn more in our technical paper coming later today. These guys move fast, man. I love OpenAI. Sora serves as a foundation for models that can understand and simulate the world. A capability we believe is an important milestone in achieving AGI. Sora. And then they've got credits. That's kind of funny, actually. I like that. They put in credits because it's like a movie model.